All right, so we've got something really special lined up for you today on Property 10X. I've been sitting on this one for a little while and I just couldn't wait to get into it. Adrian, I'm going to hand it straight over to you because you've been all over this one. What are we looking at?
Oh, okay. So this is a triplex, right? Like a full-on beautiful triplex in Normal Heights, San Diego. 4491 33rd place. And I know what people think when they hear triplex. They think like clunky building, dated, nothing special. But this one hits different. It's got this old soul kind of charm, built back in 1936. And it's one of those places where the second you pull up, you just feel it.
Built in 1936? So this thing has like real history to it. What's the layout? How's it structured?
Yeah, so the whole property is 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms across the building, totaling around 2,250 square feet. The lot itself is 3,920 square feet, which for normal heights is actually really solid. And the zoning is R3. So that's already telling you something about the flexibility this property has. 3 units, and every one of them is pulling its weight.
Okay, so R3 zoning. What does that mean in real terms?
Right. R3 is a multifamily residential designation. You can have multiple units on the property legally, which this already does. But it also opens up the conversation about what you can potentially do going forward. And there's a really exciting angle with this property I really want to get into.
Okay, tell me, what's the angle?
So there are garages, plural. A 2-car garage plus a 1-car garage, and a total of 6 off-street parking spaces. 6. In San Diego, that is genuinely a big deal. Parking here is practically a currency. But here's the exciting part. That 1-car garage already has a half bathroom inside, which means, and I get excited every time I talk about this, there is a seriously compelling case for an ADU conversion. The groundwork is basically already there.
An ADU, so like a fourth unit on top of the three that are already there?
Exactly. The buyer would need to verify feasibility, permits, all of that, but the bones are absolutely there. Half bath in the garage, R3 zoning, a backyard area. This property is like whispering potential at you from every direction.
That backyard, tell me about it. When you're talking about a triplex, outdoor space sometimes gets overlooked.
So there's a shared backyard, and it's not a massive, sprawling lawn. 3,920 square foot lot, right? But it's there, it's usable. And in normal heights, where outdoor space is at a premium, having a yard that tenants can actually use, that's a real selling point. It creates a sense of community within the building.
I want to get into the neighborhood in a second because I think that's maybe the most exciting part of this story. But first, let's talk price because this is not a small number.
Right, so the listing price is $1,799,000. That's a significant number, but let's put it in context. The Zestimate sits at $1,792,100. So listing is right in line with estimated market value. History tells a story too. Sold for $600,000 back in 2004, then $1,700,000 in 2022. And the rent Zestimate is coming in around $3,033 a month per unit. So if you've got 2 or 3 units cash flowing, the math gets very interesting.
So, if you're house hacking this, living in one unit, renting out the others, you're potentially offsetting a massive chunk of your mortgage every month.
That's exactly the play. This is perfect for a house hacker who wants to get into the San Diego market, live in one unit, and let the other two carry the cost. You're building equity, generating income, and you're living in one of the genuinely coolest neighborhoods in the city at the same time.
Okay, let's talk about Normal Heights because I feel like people who haven't been there don't fully get it. What's the vibe?
Oh, where do I even start? So Normal Heights has this energy that's really hard to manufacture. It's authentic. Adams Avenue's right there, 2 blocks away, and it is just this incredible strip of restaurants, coffee shops, boutiques, nightlife. It's the kind of street where you could spend an entire Saturday wandering and never get bored.
And that's literally 2 blocks from the front door.
2 blocks. And on top of that, Balboa Park is close by, which, if you know San Diego, is basically the city's crown jewel. The zoo's in there, museums, trails, gardens, and downtown is easily accessible. So you've got neighborhood intimacy with serious proximity to the best the city has to offer.
What about getting around without a car? That's becoming more and more important to people.
This property really delivers on that front. Walk score is 89 out of 100, very walkable, which is like genuinely rare in San Diego. Bike score is 69, so biking is a real option too. Transit score is 49, so there's some transit access, not the most robust network, but it's there.
What about families? If someone's thinking about this as a long term home, what are the schools like?
So the school picture is mixed. Adams Elementary is only zero point 0.3 miles away, rated 7 out of 10 on grade schools. That's solid for young families. Wilson Middle School is 1.8 miles, rated 3 out of 10. Hoover is about 1.5 miles, rated 4 out of 10. So the elementary picture is encouraging, and for middle and high school, families might look at charter schools. San Diego has a pretty robust charter school scene.
Good context. And what about the bigger picture stuff? Weather, hazards, fire, flood?
Right, this is important in California. San Diego has extraordinary weather, Mediterranean climate, mild year round, low humidity, minimal extreme weather events, no hurricanes, no blizzards. And Normal Heights specifically is in a relatively low fire hazard zone compared to the more inland neighborhoods. You're in an urban infill area surrounded by other structures, meaningfully lower fire risk than, say, Rancho Bernardo. Flood risk is minimal too. Inland, above sea level, good drainage.
So, from a risk standpoint, this is actually one of the safer bets in greater San Diego.
100%. And that's an underappreciated part of this property story. You're buying a great income asset in a part of the city where the risk profile is genuinely favorable. That matters for long-term value, insurance costs, peace of mind.
Okay, let me put this all together for listeners. You've got a 1936 built triplex in the heart of Normal Heights,
2 blocks from Adams Avenue.
2 blocks from Adams Avenue, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2,250 square feet of living space, a 3 car garage situation, 6 parking spots, a backyard, walk score of 89, and the ADU potential. All for $1,799,000. Does that capture it?
That captures it. And I'd add the tax assessed value is $1,804,053. So you're buying basically at assessed value, not wildly speculative. And the appreciation story from 180,000 in 1999 to 1.8 million today. That's not an accident. That's Normal Heights doing what Normal Heights does.
What would you say to someone on the fence, maybe thinking about getting into multifamily but hasn't pulled the trigger yet?
I'd say, and this is something I feel strongly about, properties like this, where you've got location, income potential, ADU opportunity, and character all in one package, they don't sit around. House hacking in San Diego is one of the smartest ways to get a foothold in this market. When you've got 2 other units helping carry the mortgage, it completely changes the math on what's possible.
And you can actually feel good about where you're living while you're doing it.
Exactly. You're not sacrificing anything in terms of lifestyle. You're in Normal Heights, a walk away from everything, in this beautiful old building with real bones, real history, and you're building real wealth at the same time. It's kind of the dream scenario.
Okay, so that is 4491 33rd Place, San Diego, California, 92116, asking $1,799,000. As always, we love hearing from you. If this episode sparked something, if you've got questions, reach out. You know where to find us. That's a wrap on this one for Property 10X.
And honestly, this was a fun one. Normal Heights is just such a great story. Every time I talk about that neighborhood, I get a little bit excited all over again.
It comes through, trust me. All right, everyone, we'll catch you on the next one.